Hi guys, welcome to another Great Techno Horizons video. Should be episode number 32 if I recall correctly. And yeah, a few updates since the last video. So it has only been like 3 days. So not much has changed from last episode, but a few new things here and there. I guess I can start with the fusions. So I upgraded both the bottom and the top reactors, fusion reactors, to Mark III. I have a few more crafted, but our main goal is to get the Fusion Mark III compact, um, so we can speed up some of our crafts. I also got a Fusion Mark II compact that I'll be showing you guys later. But I guess I can show you guys the compacts right now. Should be somewhere around here. There we go. I only have this Mark II compact, and I'm using this 14 plasma. We upped our power production since last time. This has been kind of biting me in the ass a few times already. Every time I say that we are good on something, at the end of after I stopped recording and started crafting a few more things, I realized that we're not okay at all. So last week I talked about the power was good for now. I'm pretty sure I had said that. Um, but it looks like power was not good at all. So I doubled our power basically. I use this reactor as well for that. Uh, yeah, this tank here is basically just storage. Also, another two things that I forgot to mention. I guess I can talk about that after, but yeah. Basically, this setup here is just to just so that this doesn't really keeps turned on all the time. We don't really need to fill up this tank, at least not now. So I just have a little setup here to control whenever this should turn on or turn off. That's mainly how it works. But yeah, the two things I wanted to talk about. First one was updated the modpack to version 1. No, 2.7.2. So that's one of them, and the other one I forgot. But it's probably not really important for now. But yeah, I upgraded the power, so this is using lasers from here to here. Yeah, I upgraded a lot of more power. Oh, right, I remember. I remember now. So my goal in the beginning, at least last week, was to stay in UV for a while longer, just so we can set up a few more machines, relocate the plot line, relocate the benzene line, and also the build the nanoresin lines and the Kevlar line. Uh, yeah, and a few more multi-blocks like the component assembly line, which I should have built already, but I'm being a bit lazy, I guess. Yeah, that was the plan, but I really wanted to get to the tier 8 planets so we can finally start to get some materials like the Awakened Draconium and the Infinity. Um, so I rushed for that. We got some UHV energy hatches installed so we can produce a few more stuff quickly. So yeah, I also moved the miners to some of the new tier 8 planets. I have one in the Vega B, which has of course the Awakened Draconium and the Infinity Catalyst. And I moved another one to Alpha Centauri Beta, I think. Which is not really a good planet, but it has um, I mainly wanted the sphelerite from the sulfur vein. So yeah, we are getting a bunch of this, which is pretty nice. Tantalite is also pretty useful. Samarium is cool, but we don't really need this. And the same for the rare earth vein. We got the methanum in the serum, which will be used in the nanoresins, I think. And of course, black plutonium. That's nice. But apart from that, not really anything really very useful apart from those. And yeah, I set up the one in Vega B as well. I'm still need to do more planets. I already have crafted another void miner, but I haven't set it up yet because I actually want to get a tier 3 void miners. Already got the thingy researched, but yeah, last episode I think I said I was going on neutronium, but I wasn't good at all. Or I think this is actually the second time I'm recording this, so it might have been on the first recording. It has been a few hours since I tried recording this. So yeah, in the meantime, basically, we ran out of neutronium right after I said that we were keeping up with the neutronium. So yeah, that again came to bite me in the ass, just like the power situation, which as you guys can see, yeah, power is doubled. I took down the gas turbines and placed them with the new dense steam turbines. And yeah, I also sped up some of these machines. We're not producing propane fast enough, which is used for this stuff here, molten epoxide. We don't really have much of this stuff, so I'm trying to cook up some more. Also, yeah, I upgraded also the power here, the lasers. This was mainly for the new room there, which is which I made specifically for the crystals for the circuits. I'll show you guys that later on. But yeah, I added some lasers here and to here. Mainly this one will be for the plot line and the other lines up in that direction. But yeah, as you guys can see, I didn't really upgrade the power yet. This is mostly running on IV, some running on EV, and even some older stuff running on HV still. We can upgrade everything to at least IV, so that's probably what I'm going to do. Some machines will be LUV, pretty sure. And we might take some down to LCRs, to MCRs, the mega chemical reactors, and I might try out the ICRs or the ICDs as you guys prefer, the intense chemical distorters from Twist. These ones are pretty. Oh, I guess this crash still happens, but that's fine. But yeah, the basically in the chemical reactor mode it has 1000 parallel and it's like a lot faster than an LCR. But it also has a specific mode with its own recipes. For now, I'm not really sure if I'll be using them. They all need very high qualities, but for example, I'm pretty sure this molten epoxide could be fixed in a single step, like this. And it would be a lot faster, and we don't really need some of the requirements, which is something I might do. I might end up switching to this recipe because I know from experience that propane will be a pain, or propene. Yeah, as you guys can see, we are ran out. We ran out already. Yeah, this is a pain. We don't really get this fast enough. We are out because we should be out of naphtha. Naphtha? Yeah, naphtha. Yeah, this is basically, this has a threshold, so this will only run if we have more than 10 million. Because naphtha is also used for the ioctane gasoline, which we are still using for some of our miners and pumps and so on. And talking about pumps, I need to move this sulfuric acid again. This runs out very quickly. I already disabled on the quadria, but it's still draining like crazy. So I really need to move this. I can't wait for the infinite drilling rigs. I really want them, but this require the UEV circuits, which I don't really want to start getting onto. And of course the fuel generators. Yeah, that's that stuff. I actually rented about this ranted about this in one of the episodes, but I think I ended up cutting that out because the video was too long. But just to give you guys a short version of it, my main thing with the pumps is that we get the last one we get is basically this one, and this is in IV, right? We can craft this in IV, and then we have to wait until late UHV to craft the infinite version. So I think that's a very long gap between upgrades. Um, and the thing is with this one, it's by the time we can craft this, we can basically craft the space pumping. The space pumping, I guess it's just at one tier after. But I think most of this stuff we can actually we do in UHV as well. We don't really need UAV stuff to make this, I'm pretty sure. Um, so yeah, I don't really see the point because whenever we get this, we basically can get this as well if we have the space elevator, of course. But yeah, I guess this should, for me, this should be changed to like UV. I think CPM might be a little bit too early because it's basically infinite fluids, but I think it should be moved to UV personally. I think the gap between the pumps is too large, and I don't really want to craft a quad pump uh, just to mine a fluid vein faster. I mean, it doesn't really help that much. We don't really get more fluid out of it. So yeah, that was my infinite fluid drilling rig rant. Anyway, let's keep on moving. I finished the roofs here, this one and this one, so they are now roofed up. The water line, I got the tier 6 going, and I actually thought this would be a lot more complex, but this is actually pretty fucking easy. This is the thing about the water line which I don't really understand is that I find that this one is way easier than this, and this one is way easier than this, and is also easier than this IMO. If I had to consider the difficulty, I'd say this one, this one, this one, and then that one, and that one. I think this one is the harder for now. I guess it would be kind of annoying to automate without the open computer stuff, but yeah, this one is pretty simple. Basically, the redstone wire is turned on until it finds the right lens, so it just cycles through them. The order is the same and it starts always with the same, so we can just cycle them around, the lenses. The thing I didn't really know when I crafted, when I was automating this, is that I thought this would only pulse if it required a new lens, but it keeps turned on until it gets the correct lens. So I was trying to get a complex system going to handle that, but it wasn't really required since it just waits for the right lens. So I have them ordered here, but they didn't even need to be ordered. I guess this is just faster. But yeah, that's that setup. It's pretty simple. Doesn't really require any complex automations. But yeah, that's that for there. Oh, I also took down the nitrobenzene stuff. We don't need that anymore, since we don't have the nitrobenzene gas turbines. I guess I can show you guys here right now, since we are already here. But yeah, this is basically our production for the crystals. I have them stored down here. This is a subnet, so it just keeps producing these ones. The Mega Alloy Blast Smelter, maybe it might be a little bit overkill, but since I know that the last time this was kind of a bottleneck, the crystal chips, I wanted to make sure we didn't have that bottleneck this time, so I just went for the Megas. In this case, the Mega Alloy Blast Smelter for the Europium, Autoclave for the chips, And then just a Ford Jammer, pretty classy. And this one is just for on-demand crafting. I was actually going to passive this step, as well as the laser engraving, but this actually requires it requires the emerald plates, and I don't really want to automate or to passive the emerald plates, so I haven't really done that. Oh, and before asking, in in case anyone is curious, I don't really like the setups with the level maintainers. Um, I don't really want to see stuff crafting in my. Well, this is just one of the reasons, I guess. I don't really want to see random stuff popping up here whenever something needs to be crafted to maintain the level. So I just prefer to do it this way. That's mainly it. I guess it's not really that efficient. I should use the level maintainers, but I don't really like them, so that's that. So yeah, I think those were the main changes here. So downstairs, oh, I guess I changed this one to Awakened Draconium since we already have it. I have more crafted, but it's still cooking up. Let's see. I think I added something new around here, but I don't really remember. Um, I'm just checking more thoroughly because last video I forgot the PCB factory. But yeah, not really much changes. I have added 2 mass fabricators since we will be using a lot of EU matter for the nanites. That's probably one of the next few things I really want to get is the nano forge. But we are missing a lot of stuff, I think. Yeah, mostly the epoxy. That's why the buffers and also neutronium. And I guess our passive aluminium is not really keeping up anymore. And that makes sense since the stuff we have up there is like EV, so it's really slow. It's passive, but it's really slow. And I think let's see here. I don't think there's anything new around here. I need to basically double the macerators and the centrifuges, but that's probably going to be for next week. Oh yeah, and I upgraded the power heater as well. Oh, the Sacrothrons, of course. Sacrothrons. And yeah, no changes here. So I guess we can finish up with the Sacrothrons. So yeah, the Sacrothrons. This is probably my most hated multi-block. One of them at least. But the way this works is that we want to craft the quantum anomalies, but for the quantum anomalies, we need this with this quantum particle. This has a 1% chance. For these little particles, we do this recipe here, which has 3 times 7.5% chance, and this one has a 5% chance each. So it's pretty painful. That's why I have 3, but right now they are turned off. We have 6 more quantum anomalies, and most of the recipes that use this are actually they are not consumed. I guess these ones are, but we are not really crafting them, so they don't really matter. But the ones, for example, for the Nano Forge, don't really use them. The Laser Engraver also don't use them. I think the DTPF also don't use them. But yeah, that's mainly it. So yeah, that's it for this week. Hope you guys have enjoyed it and hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.